Okay, sorry about that. We're back. My game crashed and it turned off the stream, so um, that is what happened for anyone who wonders. That's the first time I got a crash in the game. Don't do it again, game.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
I know I can buy them from a shop. That would be I think that's a potion ingredient.
Come on in. Healing potions are a speciality here, should you need any. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
I didn't want to do that. Oh, come on, game.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Have a look around. I'll be with you in just a minute. Well, what say we show you some of what's available? Such a wee bairn gieing a thrashing to a troll! Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
I'm gonna check the shop one more time, but I could have sworn he didn't have what I needed. But maybe I misread something and he actually does. But now I don't have the galleons that afford it, but
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
oh, he actually does have it. Darn it. I mean, I would
I hope
sell
to
that,
see you
but
again.
it
Farewell for now.
could be a unique outfit. I know I can always use a mandrake though. Okay, well. Now I have to wait until I get more money, so what can we do in the meantime? I hate to spend my galleons on just getting but it's better than trying to go farm it. At least I can get the quest done.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all.
Yes.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
knowledgeable.
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
I can't get rid of this feeling of a coming danger.
I see. Know that such omens are not damning if they can at least prepare us. And you are preparing yourself, even now. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy? I think you have it. At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test outside of the classroom.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now. I had foreseen such a change, but did not know the details until it occurred. I was glad of the outcome. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions are complex. And so, divining what is to come is not as simple as gazing into a crystal ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the Wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
Really cool. I love that you can talk to the professors and get like lore of their background and everything. Okay, so what was next then?
get any more cozy than Hogsmeade.
Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lodgok. He's a friend.
It seemed as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists. Lodgok is as worried as the rest of us about what's been going on.
In that case, I'd like to talk with him. About Ranrock in particular. Where might I find him?
I assume your interest is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here, you might find him doing business at the Hog's Head. He's a trusted metal trader. You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards, even ones as young as you. That said, if you're looking for information on Ranrock to help rein him in, you'll find an ally in Lodgok.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, they each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
You seemed unfazed by Rookwood and Harlow the other day. They don't scare you.
They're bullies. Plain and simple. Never tolerated them in my own life, and certainly won't tolerate them going after my friends. Don't misunderstand me. They're dangerous wizards and shouldn't be trifled with. They should, however, be confronted and reminded, whenever possible, that the rest of us have each other's backs.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lodgok, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please, watch your back.
I promise I will.
Anyone can run a shop if they intend.
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Revelio.
something?
Hello, Lodgok. Serona said I might find you here.
She did, did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Serona trusts me, and she said she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Serona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
I'm listening.
Years ago, a heinous witch stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
Very well. I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's tomb.
House elves are wizards. Always happen.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind sees things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
It is very interesting how different the goblins are from just regular wizards and witches.
Ah, and there it is. The witch's tomb.
Oh, dreadful looking place, isn't it? Revelio.
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any questions?
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity among the goblin clans. It inspired greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind has taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a Dark Witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the Dark Protectors, known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold. Vanquish them with light, force, and, most effectively, fire.
It all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will remain here, eagerly awaiting your return. Please, be careful.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. It's sealed. Revelio. Moths. Curious. Lumos. Merlin's beard. Incendio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Lumos.
Oh, that worked.
Revelio. Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
Inferni must be struck with fire spells to make them vulnerable to other attacks. Visit the collections menu to learn about enemy weaknesses.
Stay back! Incendio! Incendio! Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Incendio. Revelio.
This is probably the way I have to go. So...
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated. Lumos.
Ah, okay.
Incendio. Lumos. Lumos. This has a moth imprint. The sign of the door. Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Incendio.
It might not be a lot of galleons at once, but it adds up.
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Revelio. 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 It's sealed shut from the other side. Down I go. No other way. Oh! Revelio. Incendio.
That's handy.
Revelio. Incendio! Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Revelio. Lumos. This looks even more complex. Lumos.
It's not that complex.
Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos.
See, not that bad.
The witch's final resting place. Lord Gok said the helmet was in her sarcophagus. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. A dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet. Lord Gok won't like this. Incendio! Better show this to Lord Gok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway. Revelio. Lord Gok, the sarcophagus has been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
Lord Gok, what should we do about the helmet thieves?
I'm afraid there's no choice but to stop them. Go to their camp and deal with them at once. Get to that helmet before Rook...
There they are. The Ashwinders.
What's this? A child wandered... Aha! That's no more. I knew you were still hanging about. You're the one who released Treadwell, aren't you? You're easier to spot than an eruption. Quite conductive, aren't we?
Trificus is a character.
You may be more skilled.
Expulso! Thought you could hide from me. Expulso! Now to finish the job.
Might want to look up. The lab returns. Shall we finish what we started?
Flash of inspiration.
Expulsion!
Expulsion! Expulso! What are you for, son? Expulso! 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 What? Is Treadwell nearby again? Expulso! Stand still! Expulso!
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Revelio. That's it.
This is for Rookwood! Ha! Another pitiful beast caught in my trap.
Stop that, Nulos.
You seriously made a mistake trying to mess with me.
looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile. Remarkable.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling. You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you. We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
Is it? Because you're definitely not telling me something. But okay. Okay. So now I can do the mandrake. Okay, so I need a large pot for the venomous chinchilla. So I need to go buy that. I should definitely have enough money. And okay, I gotta go here for that. And then I can go grow it. Then I gotta find enemies.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours. Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Okay, so while those are going, we can... I guess we'll do Beast class.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue.
What a cute little thing.
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
The beast petting brush is used to nurture magical beasts. Tap right button and then assign the beast petting brush to your spell set. Oh, a lot of items.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
You know, stuff like that only makes all Slytherin students look worse.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Kneazles just as you did with Gerald. The Kneazles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Hey, over here. Come on.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
You know, with all the options and character interactions you can have, I'm kind of very surprised.
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't put like romance options in the game. I get why they did it, but it's just kind of like I don't know. It's like a perfect foundation for it because you get a lot of other games that do it, and then they don't have like a lot of different options for dialogue or different things. Or so it's like it feels like there's a good foundation here, and then they didn't do it. So I just find that interesting. I don't know.
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Okay, those things should be done by now. You still have 2 minutes left? Well, I guess we'll wait it out. Just so I can get it done with. Excuse me about that. So, what can we do for like 2 minutes? I guess I can get a drink.
This will be more useful when I have something to identify. I'd like to ask you about...
Of course.
I would like...
Oh.
Okay. Now we just need to find some enemies.
handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
These rocks have seen better days.
Someone messing about?
Rookwood don't go down.
Petrificus touch!
Expulso!
Petrificus totalis! On the toes, my little tree!
Incipio!
Where's that goblin hell, you little thief? Let's talk. It's you. Cost us Incipio. We had that murdered woman till you showed up. Incipio! Keep your body behind curtains.
Fine, it's all finished.
They say you're... Come now. You're embarrassing.
Expulso!
Think I won't remember your
Expulso! Where did you go, Howard?
Revelio.
Aha! Back for more.
Wait till Sebastian hears about this. An Ashwinder. Revelio.
See, I come to do one thing, and then there's a whole nother bandit camp. Just thing after thing.
Revelio. Confringo. Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin. Revelio. Leviosa. Revelio.
Yeah, see, I don't know what it wants me to do. These symbols must mean something.
Revelio. This place is just... Confringo!
I might not... Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything with these blocks. I might not have what I need to do this. I don't know.
Lumos. Levioso.
I don't know. I might not have what it takes to do that right now. I'll come back to it. I'll do this and then I'll come back to it and see if maybe I need Wingardium Leviosa. Because, to be honest, there's not many more spells, so I'm either missing a spell that I, like, I'm not thinking of it, or I, need this to do it. I am going to keep mandrakes though, because I do know that mandrakes, I need to use like 10 to, I need to send like 10 enemies with mandrakes for a trophy. And I think that's like the only other combat related one. Like, I don't think there's any more like specific combat. Maybe the challenges, but not trophies.
Wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm.
Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
The levitation charm, Wingardium Leviosa, can levitate and move objects. Control its position with your movement and use the D-pad to fine-tune its distance and rotation.
Well done! Feel free to practice Wingardium Leviosa here in the greenhouse. I've set some crates out for you in the next room.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvellous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay. Now let's go back to that. Now let's go back there and see if I can do that now.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, so now that I can move them, and that was probably I was right about that being what I was missing. Now, what do I need to do with them? Do I need to take the ones that are... I'm assuming they don't want me to take... Okay, so you can't move the bottom block. So I'm assuming I have to turn these to where they make sense with the symbols on the bottom. So...
Wingardium Leviosa.
Or maybe not.
Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, I can lift them up, maybe. This is not the spell I need to use. I don't know. It won't let me turn them.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I did figure something out, but I did not.
Confringo.
Okay. Weird.
Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Repulsor. Wingardium Leviosa. Repulsor. Lumos. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresting momentum.
maybe I'll find something later in the game that uses that kind of thing. Let me try a different one. It seems like the ones I keep picking, I don't know. Maybe there is a solution, I don't know. Maybe I can figure it out now, but I can't think of anything. I think I've tried everything.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
You know what they say, dark skies before a storm, and we've had our storm. And their skies will be upon us soon. You'll see that I'm right. Mark my words.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse. Hogsmeade, here I come.
I'm told that last clip.
Oh, it's you! What a pleasant surprise.
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. You've a good head for business, haven't you? No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
closed black too.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this. Confringo!
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that, and now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did our meet tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio.
Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics. That's what I think about that.
Revelio. Revelio.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Incendio.
Ah, I cannot relight it.
Revelio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we? Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
It's time to trade in my Oak Class 79 for a newer model.
No better feeling than the wind in your hair as you fly above the world on a broom.
There are some impressive new brooms at Spintwitches.
My sister organised Quidditch practice all summer to prepare for this year. She was most upset when it was cancelled.
I just know we were finally going to win the Quidditch Cup this year.
I hope I'm wealthy enough one day to buy every broom model at Spintwitches.
Wonder what Kagawa thinks of Quidditch being cancelled. Bet she's fuming.
I think I'd have made an excellent seeker. I have a sharp eye. Can spot the shadow of the demiguise in the snow.
Revelio.
Lumos.
Revelio.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Lumos. Revelio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Today was a good day. That is, into Grief splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start over again. He is such a nuisance. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Basworth's Smokies again taught me tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie.
Revelio.
Here's the last one. Was it in the restricted section?
Revelio. Revelio.
Enchanted books. Best to avoid these books if possible, due not as much to their tendency to fly from one's hands as their content being spectacular drivel of no educational value whatsoever. You shouldn't avoid a good book every now and then.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh. Well, I don't know why it was glowing if I already clicked it. I don't know if I missed anything in there. I definitely missed that book somewhere, though.
Revelio. Revelio.
This might be one of those times where I need to reload. Because sometimes the game bugs out.
Revelio. Revelio. Revelio.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Any luck finding my diary and the rest of my books?
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
See that? There's another tier, so that's 18, plus it probably goes up to like 20 or 25, so there's that many more. I think there's like 57 side quests in the whole game. I think there's a trophy for completing all side quests. Although, I do not know if it's one of those trophies where it says that, but it'll unlock early or not, because there is a few in this game that say that. You don't say to do all of something, but they'll unlock early, so. Okay, well, by now our plants should have grown, so we can do that. Besides the cursed, except for the banned spells that I won't be using, we have 3 more we need to learn, so. Okay, so what was specifically the quest objective? Okay. I have to use them simultaneously. I mean, like a battle I can just do quickly. There should be like a... Yeah.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
We will save in case we mess up. Okay. Okay, so that's I need to... What is the... Oh, it would be this. make them bury their head in the ground? How do you do that? I mean, maybe... I could try... I could try this.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, I thought that might work. Okay. There we go.
Cursed fiends.
Revelio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing tentacular.
I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go.
It's all in the wrist.
You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please. You're a
Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well, let's see. I grew up in London, right on the Thames.
That sounds lovely. All the sights and bustle of a city.
To some, yes. I used to dream of living in the country, but it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time, and whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library my first days here.
It does take a while to adjust to being here.
Precisely, and I was remarkably fortunate. In fact, a 7th year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
How fortunate.
I was indeed. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna end it there. We've been going for a while. I've played a ton today. I'm just getting a little tired, so I'm gonna go because I'd rather be full and rested when I enjoy more of the game. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. But until then, bye.